Getting super clear on what your business is and who you want to serve is a critical foundation for business planning and ultimately success. And it all starts with a hedgehog. Stick around and I'll explain more. G'day my friends, I'm Ben Amos from Engage Video Marketing, and on this channel I share tips, tricks and strategies to help you engage your ideal audience to action through effective video marketing strategy. In this video, I'm going to share with you an approach that you can take to get super clear on what your business is all about, and in particular, what types of clients and projects that you'll want to attract to work with you. And like I said, it's all starting with a hedgehog.
Tell you what, today is your lucky day.
You see, there's an ancient Greek parable that says the fox knows many things, but the hedgehog knows one big thing. Author Jim Collins, in his book Good to Great, he talks about how the fox tries to attack and kill the hedgehog. It's cunning, it knows 5 or 6 different paths to take. It leaps, it crawls, it slithers, it jumps out of a tree. And all the hedgehog knows how to do is just one thing. It rolls up into a ball. But yet that one thing keeps the fox from accomplishing its goal every single time. So Jim writes in his book, and I quote, "Drawing upon this parable, philosopher Isaiah Berlin famously divided the world into 2 types of thinkers, foxes and hedgehogs. Foxes embrace the inherent complexity of the world and pursue many ideas, never giving themselves over to a single pursuit or organizing idea. Hedgehogs, in contrast, gravitate towards simplicity and think in terms of a single organizing idea that guides everything." He continues, and I quote, "Our research found that those who build great companies tend to be more hedgehog than fox. We also found that they implicitly or explicitly use a hedgehog concept for disciplined decision making. A hedgehog concept is a simple concept that flows from deeply understanding the intersection of the following 3 circles." End quote. So I'm going to explain to you this idea of the hedgehog concept, and I want you to think of these 3 circles like a Venn diagram. You know, those intersecting circles in that diagram that you're probably familiar with. And so one of these circles is, what are you deeply passionate about? The second circle is, what can you be the best at in the whole world? And the third circle, what drives your economic engine the best? Okay, so imagine that Venn diagram with those 3 different things intersecting, and then you've got that overlapping section in the middle. And that is your hedgehog. So it's that combination between what are you deeply passionate about, what can you be the best in the world at, and what drives your economic engine or actually makes you money. So when we think about this hedgehog concept in particular in business planning or in considering what sort of business we want to grow, we can understand that the ideal situation is working out a business model or a business, a service that you can provide that does all of these 3 things, something that you're passionate about, something that you can be the best in the world at, and something that actually makes you money or drives your economic engine. Okay, but it's kind of like 3 legs to a 3-legged stool here, which is the idea that if any one of these is missing, then it's probably not the ideal situation. What? You can be deeply passionate about something and you can be the best in the world at it, but if it doesn't actually make you money or drive your economic engine, then you're in a situation where you're probably quite happy with what you do, but you're not making income. It's a hobby. Okay, conversely, another of the 2 circles is, what are you deeply passionate about and what drives your economic engine? So if you're making money doing something you're really passionate about, I mean, that sounds great, right? But the reality is it's not realistic, or it's not sustainable. It's a dream. And then finally, if you think about, what can you be the best in the world at, and it makes you money, it drives your economic engine, but you're not particularly passionate about it, then you could be rich, you could make a lot of money, but you're going to be bored. And effectively, it's like a job. So the goal here is to create a business around all 3 of those things, the hedgehog concept. But now I want to take this idea a step further and apply this same way of thinking to your audience, your ideal clients, and particularly how to find them. So let's take that same Venn diagram, that same idea of those 3 interlapping circles. And in those circles instead, we're going to say, what type of work do you enjoy doing? What type of projects? What type of work do you enjoy doing in your business? And then the second circle is what projects or clients are actually most profitable. Drive your economic engine, right? What things actually make you money in your business? And then what projects can you and your company be the best at and do the best at? So it's the same idea of the hedgehog concept, but now we're thinking of it through the lens of identifying the right projects to work on and the right clients to go after. And again, the same sort of thing. If you find clients that you enjoy doing the work and your company does it really well, but it's not profitable, then you're probably going out of business. Okay? And then the other way to look at it is you could find work that you really enjoy doing and it is profitable, but if you're not the best in the world at it, or you're not striving to be the best in the world at it, then there's a real competitive risk there, right? And you're not differentiated. And then the other intersection there is what projects can your company do the best? So maybe you find something that you're really good at doing, you're really the best at doing, and it's profitable, but you don't actually enjoy doing that sort of work. Well, then those sorts of projects, they're not fulfilling and you're going to lack motivation. You're going to lose interest in your business. So the goal here is to find and identify those clients for you and your business who are those hedgehog clients that are the intersection of those three things. So the question is, well, how do you actually find them? Well, I want to share with you a process that I recommend that you go through at least once a year. And I call it doing a client audit. I want you to run a report of all the projects or clients that you've worked with over the last period. Let's take a full year, right? And include in the report, if possible, the source of the referral, so how they actually came to you in the first place, and also the total income that you got from that project or that client. And if you have that sort of information, ideally you'll also have the profit margin, how much money you actually made from that project. Now you go through that list and you rank your clients or projects on a scale of 1 to 10 based on the following 3 factors. Okay, so you're going to end up with a score out of 30. So the 3 factors are, did you enjoy working with the client and the type of project that you delivered? Rank that out of 0 to 10. 0, you hated it, it was terrible, it wasn't the type of work you wanted to do. Up to 10, obviously it's perfect, you loved it, you loved working with the client, you loved the project, right? And then the second ranking factor is, what was the outcome of the project? Was it something that you are proud of? If you're a video company, is this going to go on your show reel? You know, is this the kind of project that you are proud to have as a case study under your business? And then the final ranking factor is, what was the level of profit margin in the project? So when you crunch the numbers at the end of the day, how much did it cost you to deliver that project versus how much money did you actually make in income from that project? So your profit margin. Rank that based on a score between 0 and 10. And you'll end up with a score for every project or client between 0 and 30. Yes, there's a little bit of work to do here, but it's worth it in the long run. So now you're going to sort your client or project list from the highest score to the lowest score, with 0 at the bottom of the page and your 30s or 20, high 20s at the top of the page. And then work out the top 20% of that list. Okay, and this is applying Pareto's principle, the 80-20 rule, which you might have heard of before. But the idea here is that your top 20% are probably driving 80% of the revenue in your business, or 80% of the joy, or the top 20% of the clients that you really want to do more work with. So then highlight those top 20% of clients. And there you go. This list, this highlighted list at the top, represents your top 20% of clients and projects, and I dare say, the types of clients and projects that you want to be going after more. So next, you need to spend some time identifying what are the common aspects of these clients and perhaps categorizing them into different buckets so that you can get clear on how to attract more of those types of clients, those type of projects into the future. And then this clarity that you've now got, this new clarity, should inform some new or maybe refining your customer avatars for your business. By taking this hard data from your business and then reflecting on how that applies to the kinds of customers you want to be going after, it makes sense to draft those customer avatars from that data. And therefore, you'll have a more strategic approach to your marketing and sales, and importantly, a whole lot more clarity on your business and what you want it to become over the next 12 months or 5 years or whatever, and particularly who you're going to go after to get there. So my friend, be like the hedgehog, not the fox. Work out what you are good at, what you're passionate about, and what makes you money, and do more of that. Simples. So there you go. To develop your marketing strategy further, I encourage you to watch this video right here next and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.